Hey guys, welcome back. I've been seeing a lot of Sephora VIB sale haul videos, so I am not shopping the sale. I figured I would do a rehaul, just talking about some of the products that I have purchased at Sephora VIB sales in the past, my thoughts on them, and yeah, pretty straightforward. If you are new, please subscribe. I upload at least 4 videos a week, including YouTube Shorts, and I also have a channel membership option if you're interested in that, and let's get started. Something I try to focus on in sales is buying things that I've already wanted, but being able to get them at a discount, because honestly, 15 or even 20% off is not that much of a discount. I'm not even Rouge anymore at Sephora, so I'd only be getting 15%. But something that I had wanted for a while that I did buy at one Sephora sale, I don't even remember which one, the Hourglass Ambient Blush in Brilliant Nude. And I actually do like this. It's a very neutral, kind of peachy brown golden blush. It has a bit of sheen to it, but I admit I do enjoy it. Is it the best blush ever? No. It's pretty light as well, but sometimes I want just like a simple glowy blush because I'm doing a more dramatic eye look. I do like the formula of these Hourglass powders. I do have the Hourglass Sculpture palette that has the 6 pan, one of those holiday palettes. I just feel like their stuff is really good, particularly the powder products from Hourglass. I think that's all I've tried. I like them. I'm not totally sure that they're worth the price tag though. Something that I do think is worth the price, even at full price, even if you're not getting this on sale, LYS. Um, I think last year at one of their sales, I bought their Satin Matte Cream Blush. This is the shade Self Love. LYS in general is a brand that has really good prices. A lot of their products are, they're definitely under $30, which for Sephora is actually a pretty good price. And especially now with drugstore prices going up, a lot of their stuff, I mean, it's a pretty good deal, even if you're not getting it on sale. This is so good though, and I love that it's a satin matte because it blends out really easily, but then it's not glowy once it dries down. I have pretty normal skin, but sometimes cream blush can be too glowy. This one is great, blends out easily. I love it. So really happy I bought that. Um, Perfume is something I do tend to try to purchase on sale because in general, perfume doesn't really go on sale that much anyway. And last year I bought the Kayali Vanilla 28 and this is so good. I love this. If you like sweet scents but with depth, this is a good fragrance. I really, really enjoy it. Yeah, it's sweet, but it has depth. It's not just like a cookie. There's a lot more to it and it's pretty long lasting. So that is a good one. Definitely glad that I bought it. Something else I try to buy at sales is skincare. Um, I don't try to experiment with skincare all that much, but I do like to sometimes restock things at Sephora sales. This is something that I got, I think last year. It's the Innisfree sunscreen in SPF 36. This is really good. I'm wearing this today. I'm actually almost done with this. There's hardly anything left. This sinks into the skin very, very well, works great under makeup, but I do wish it was a higher SPF. I wish they had SPF 50. I need to look and see. I don't think they did because if they did, I think I would have bought that. So I wish it was a higher SPF. Innisfree is a good priced brand also. A lot of their products are also under the $30 mark. There are sunscreens and skincare for way more than that. So in general, Innisfree has good prices. I just wish this was a higher SPF. Now, a more affordable brand of skincare at Sephora is the Inky List. I've actually tried a lot of Inky List products, and a lot of their stuff I feel like is only okay. This is the product that I've actually repurchased multiple times. That this is my favorite product from them, and I don't feel like any other brand has something like this that I've tried and that works for me, and that is their tranexamic acid. So this is for hyperpigmentation, and I do have hyperpigmentation. I have melasma. It's on my forehead here and on my upper lip. Now, this is something that I have to use consistently to see results because for a while I was using it for several months, but then I ran out and hadn't repurchased. And within a few months, I do feel like my melasma started to get darker again. Also, melasma gets darker if I'm in the sun, even if I'm wearing sunscreen. If I'm out in the sun, it does tend to get darker. It's fine. It's not really that big of a deal, but this has given me results. So I do think this works, and their products are around $10 to $12. Like I said, though, the other Inky List products I've tried, I actually don't think I would repurchase. This one for sure I would, though. Hair care is something else. In the last few years, I've been trying to get into more hair care because I've been trying to grow out my hair. I still want it to be longer. I want it to be like to here. But I'm happy with the growth that I've gotten. So I try to be very careful with my hair. And this is something I bought at the Sephora sale a couple years ago, and I admit I didn't really like it at first. It's the Jizu honey infused hair oil. I shouldn't say I didn't like it. I liked it, but I didn't have a lot of use for it. I wasn't really using it that much. But lately, I've been using this more, especially now that my hair is getting longer. I put this in my hair today, more on the ends. It really smooths out my hair. I definitely have dry, frizzy hair, and this smooths out the hair so nicely without weighing it down too much because some hair oils, they're too much. They're too heavy. It's too intense. This is really, really nice. Now, at another sale, I did buy their hair mask and I didn't like that. I don't think it did a whole lot for me. Let me see, because this also has that honey scent. The honey scent has faded. It hardly smells anymore. So when I first bought this, again, that was 2 years ago, it had a really, really nice scent. Now it's like, yeah, I can't smell anything anymore. I think the scent is totally gone. Yeah, it's pretty much it's totally gone, which is a little sad. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. That's not really the whole point of this oil. It's still performing its function, smoothing out my hair. But sadly, the scent is totally disappeared, is what it is though. Okay, the rest is makeup. This is something, I think I got this last year at a Sephora sale, the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Joy. This is really good. And if I wasn't on a no buy, this is something I would consider getting in another shade at the sale that just happened. But on a no buy, not buying anything. And I think by now the sale is over. But I really do like this. These are high pigment cream blushes, like just one little tap and blend it out. But they do blend out because sometimes when you get a really high pigment, especially liquid blush, they can be difficult to blend out. But this one is beautiful. I also love the packaging. I love this little like turny thing. It's great. I do want to buy more shades at some point. This is something I've definitely bought at Sephora sales and other times because this is my most repurchased foundation, Estee Lauder Double Wear. I have tried so many foundations, and in the last couple years, I've actually found foundations that I would consider a 9 out of 10, where they last well throughout the day. They're not cakey. They give like a good medium coverage. That's what I like anyway. I have normal skin. I think this is still the only foundation that I would call a 10 out of 10 because I have worn this for like 20 something hours and it still looks good and it doesn't get cakey. It doesn't break down. It doesn't settle into my lines. It just, I don't know, this just works for me. And hands down, this is still the best foundation, still the only one I would truly call a 10 out of 10 for me. I wore this on my wedding day and other special occasions, and it just also looks good in pictures. It looks good in person. I feel like I get a lot of compliments on my skin when I'm wearing this. People be like, oh, you have such nice skin. And I'm like, I'm wearing like a full coverage foundation. Thank you. But yeah, so I feel like that says a lot. It's amazing. I have shade 1W1 Bone. 2N1 Desert Beige also works for me. Let's talk. I got more stuff to talk about here. Charlotte Tilbury is definitely a brand I try to get when I can at a discount. Now, this I bought a couple years ago. This is the lipstick in Bitch Perfect. Now, this is I think these are the matte, no, these are not the Matte Revolution lipsticks. This is from the KISSING line, which is more of like a satin lipstick. It's not a matte. I like this color quite a bit. It's just a peachy neutral, but this formula is not my favorite. Now, for Christmas, I finally got Pillow Talk, which is a Matte Revolution, and I like that formula better. So I wouldn't buy more from this line. But now I know. Okay, this might be my favorite blush ever, and it's Charlotte Tilbury in Pillow Talk. I know, Pillow Talk, it's so overdone, but This blush is so beautiful. Neutral mauve, definitely, possibly my favorite blush ever. So glad I got that at a discount. Now, this is something I've used this up. I just kept the packaging and I repurposed it. So this is a powder in here that I created. This is not the Charlotte Tilbury powder. I have a YouTube short on how I made this. Um, the Charlotte Tilbury powder to me was only okay. I have not repurchased it since. I don't think it's worth it even on sale. I've tried better powders even at the drugstore. So this was expensive though, and the packaging is pretty, so that's why I kept it and I repressed my own powder in there. Face palettes. This one I really like, and I'm glad I bought this. I think this was 2 years ago at a sale. This is the Nudegasm palette, and I like this because all four items work for me. I like the bronzer slash contour shades, I like the highlighter, and I like the shimmery blush. Finely milled, beautiful formula. Happy I bought this. It's good. Is this discontinued? I don't remember. It might be, but I really like it. This is something, wow, I've had this for such a long time. I think I've had this for 5 years, maybe. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow Duo, and I have gotten so much use out of this. I'm wearing this highlighter today. This is a lovely little duo. I like the bronzer. I like the highlighter. Finely milled, no shimmers, blends out. Obviously, I've hit pan on both. So this, I mean, wow, talk about like getting my money's worth out of this. I've had this for many years. I still use it. It's still working well. That's a good purchase. That may be one of my best Sephora sale purchases ever. Okay, I got more stuff to talk about. Oh, here's another throwback. I bought this even longer ago at a Sephora sale, like I think like 6 or 7 years ago. Marc Jacobs, this brand is not around anymore, but this is the blush in Flesh and Fantasy. These used to be so hyped on YouTube, and I still love this blush. Sadly, this brand is not around anymore. I also have the two bronzers, which I still love. I don't think I got those on sale though, but this one I definitely did, and I still love it. I treasure that one for sure. Okay, this lipstick I got last year. This is from Give Beauty in the shade Tragic Me. And I like this. It's a neutral, like, it's more like a mauve, medium tone. It's a nice lipstick. It really, really is. It's actually comfortable matte formula. It's very thin. When I first got this, I thought, it's kind of overrated. But I admit, the longer I've had this, I do really appreciate this lipstick for what a nice formula it is. And I do think that the color looks good on me. So, you know what? This, I will say, when I first bought it, I was like, probably shouldn't have gotten that. But now that I've had it longer and used it more, I'm going to say this one was worth it. Okay, last up, I had to talk about my Natasha Denona palettes. A lot of my Natasha Denona palettes I've purchased at Sephora sales. Pat McGrath, though, I have not. Those I buy on the Pat McGrath website because she does way better sales there. Natasha Denona does also do an event for Black Friday with some good deals. I've never purchased from that because there have been a lot of website issues at that time. So I didn't want to like get involved in that and be frustrated over the whole thing. So this is a brand I tend to purchase more at Sephora. First up, the Retro palette. I love this one so much. I've had Pan. I mean, oh, it's one of my favorite palettes in my whole collection. It's so good. I recently did a member exclusive tutorial with that. My Dream. This one I bought, I think last year at the sale. Love it. So beautiful. Amazing duochrome. Also, this one has a lot of the creamed powder shades. So does Retro. I love that formula. It's a really, really good formula. And these size palettes now, I think they cost $69. They used to be $65. So even to 20% off, they're not cheap. But those are two of my favorite palettes in my collection. And then another one, is Biba. And I'm wearing a combination of Biba today, mini bronze, and a color pop shadow. I'll list my makeup in the description box as usual. Biba is more expensive. So Biba is one of her larger palettes that's $129. So I'm definitely glad that I got this for, I think I did get 20% off. Some years I've been rouge, other years I haven't been rouge. This one I'm pretty sure I was rouge and I did get for 20% off, and I love it. The formula on this is just perfection. It may be better than even some of her other palettes. You also get a lot of the cream to powder shades, which I already told you I love. There's only 3 shimmers in this palette, which I don't mind. But I mean, it's neutral. It's not like these colors or anything, groundbreaking, but the formula is really good. So yeah, so I think that's it for this video. I could talk about other Natasha Denona palettes I've bought at sales, but I think you get it. I really, really like the brand. So overall, I'm happy with these purchases. But there definitely have been things that I probably bought at Sephora sales and then regretted and later decluttered. So yeah, and then I definitely would not. This powder was so overrated, but I mean, at least I used it up and I'm reusing the packaging. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will subscribe if you have not already. And if you're interested, check out my channel membership option. And yeah, that is it. Let us know, did you buy anything at the sale this year or not? So thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.